Hey guys, so today I'm gonna be trying out Selena Gomez's new makeup line, Rare Beauty, and I'm gonna do like a first impressions and full day wear test and tell you guys what I think about it. So let's get started. Okay, so I do not pay more than like a few dollars for makeup brushes. Like I use e.l.f. BH Cosmetics, things like that. So it is really unheard of for me to buy expensive makeup brushes, but when I saw the shape of this and how other people use it, I was really intrigued. So the foundation brush is $28. It is made in China and it's supposed to be vegan. And I know she designed the shape to be like fingers since she applies foundation with her fingers a lot, but I am not that type of person and I've been applying foundation with brushes for a while. Some major packaging. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You know, for something that's like $28, I kind of want it to feel a little weighty, but this feels actually like these Kala brushes I have from TJ Maxx, like same material, but it has this pinched, tapered brush and it's very soft, comparable to e.l.f. brushes, beach brushes, but I was very intrigued by the shape of it. So I'll be using that to apply the foundation, and I have it in the shade 190W. I believe this is supposed to be a satin finish, a foundation elixir that feels barely there while building coverage and boosting your natural glow. This is made in Canada, I believe. Yeah, which I think is interesting. So I've been reading that Selena has lupus and it has given her arthritis, so she designed this for people with arthritis and other dexterity issues to be able to open this very easily. And I also think it looks pretty sleek. So, oh, I think you're supposed to shake it. I was also pretty excited about this line because it seemed like there's a lot of golden undertones that didn't look like, you know, Simpsons. So I hope this is a good shade match. It's very thin and serum-like. And it is a doe foot applicator, which I do not have a problem with. It's more so when you run low, I don't really see you getting much unless you use like a little spatula. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. Don't really know how much I need. I'm gonna use some of my hand to just kind of wipe it off. Oh, by the way, the foundation is $29 and it comes in 48 shades. So right off the bat, it seems to be pretty light coverage to me. Very lightweight though. And I saw her in the promo videos swiping it and not really like doing it in circular motions. Oh. I think this is like reacting with my skincare or sunscreen. It's like having some things peel up. Okay, so that is one layer. I would consider that light. As far as the shade match, I think it's pretty good. It does seem a little pink tone though. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some more on the cheek. It has this faint smell. It actually smells like another foundation I have. I don't remember which one though. I think that's all I'm gonna put. By the way, I did not purchase everything in the line. I just purchased what interested me. I do not have the concealer because it seemed like medium coverage and I like higher coverage concealer. So far I'm really liking the brush. I really like the size and how you can get into all the crevices in your face. And I've seen her use it for the liquid blushes too. So yeah, the second layer, it seems medium, light medium coverage to me. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation on my cheeks and it didn't really cover it, but that's fine because I usually cover it with concealer anyway. Okay, so I started to powder the perimeter of my face, but then I realized I should probably show the texture and the finish of the foundation. So I did use my own concealer. I used the Too Faced Born This Way concealer and a little bit of the J Cat Stay Assurance concealer and a little bit of Maybelline Fit Me powder, but I will say that it was like satiny, almost dewy. I didn't powder it on my forehead yet, so you can see that it's pretty dewy. But I do lightly powder my whole face on a regular basis, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And I pack a little more on where I put bronzer and stuff, but I do have one of the cream blushes, so I won't do that yet. But I just wanted to powder the perimeter of my face first. And I'm gonna do some bronzer now. Disclosure note, this Maybelline Fit Me loose powder I have is in the shade 5 Fair, and I'm just trying to use it up right now, but it is actually too light and too pink for me, so that might look a little off with my neck and the foundation. But even with the shot before I took, like before I put on powder, you could see that it was a little too light and a little too pink for me. I'm gonna use this number 7 Caramel Brown Bronzer. Okay, so my camera battery died, so I had to change up my setup. I am now on my phone, so I hope it doesn't blur my skin too much. I don't really know how to change the skin filters and whatever, but now we're gonna proceed with the bronzer like I was doing. Hopefully my phone battery doesn't die as well. So now we are ready to try out the liquid blush. I got one of the matte finishes in the color Love. I really wanted to try the lightest shade, but it seemed cool tone, and I'm not really into cool tone because I have a lot of warm undertones in my skin. So I might pick it up at a later point, but I'm not sure. So same component as the foundation, and from everything that I've seen, it is super pigmented, so 1 dot should be enough. It's a big toe foot, and apparently there's a heart shape in the center, but there's like some product right there. So I've actually never tried a cream blush, but I've been very interested since my skin is dry. And okay, I'm kind of scared, but I'm gonna do 1 dot one side, and then we'll see from there. I'm going to be using a sponge. I'm scared. Okay, here we go. Oh gosh, I think I've got powder there or something. Oh, that's not blending well. Oh my gosh. What do I do? Okay, I might try the foundation brush I used earlier. Why did I put more? Why did I put so much? Oh my gosh. Stop. Okay, please God. I look like a clown. Oh, I think that's really my fault. I didn't think that I had powder in this part of my cheek, but apparently I did. Okay, so that seemed to blend out well. Do I look like I got punched in the face? Kind of. I thought it was pretty interesting that, you know, most cream blushes are very sheer with buildable coverage, but this product is incredibly pigmented, as you can see. I know I put like a little more than I should have, but I'm learning. Really trying to see the heart. Okay. 1 in the dewier part of my cheek. Using the foundation brush again. Oh my gosh, it's doing it again. Is it because it's a matte formula? Maybe that's why. Should I use my fingers? Oh my gosh. I was planning on going out to take my recycling, but I don't know now. I have to dull this down with some foundation. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like I was saying, I wish these were less pigmented so they'd be easier to work with. They seem to be blending out well though. So even though it's a matte finish, it seems to be kind of dewy. I don't know if that's because I've been using the brush and it kind of like worked off some of the concealer and foundation, but okay, I'm going to put some of the foundation on to like try to fix this disaster. I don't want to put on more. guess I'll use this brush. I'm not the best with creams. Oh gosh, I'm just like shaping out my cheeks to be Pikachu at this point. Okay. Oh, when I tell you my anxiety just worked up. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm just gonna dab over. And yes, this does look as ridiculous in real life as it does on camera. I mean, like, I love blush, but like, not red blush. I got that color because I tend to like colors like this, just with like my warm undertones, but girl, I think you'd have to like mix that in with some concealers. I don't even know how you would do this. It's just like a lot of work. Okay. I think it looks a little darker on camera than it does in real life. So I think I feel better about that, but that was an ordeal. Okay, so I did not get the liquid highlights. They just didn't really interest me. I don't really like liquid highlights. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my Essence Pure Nude highlighter. Off camera, I'm gonna do my eyebrows because I didn't pick up the eyebrow pencils. I don't know, I don't really want to spend a bunch on the eyebrow pencil, and I don't like the teardrop shape. I just like the very like fine point. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that stuff off camera and then I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. The eyebrows are kind of even and I went overboard on my eyeshadow. Since this is kind of like natural-ish makeup, I wanted to do like a one and done eyeshadow, but this eyeshadow is a lot flakier than I thought it was. It is the J-Cat Prismato Chrome Eye Mousse in 125. It's not like the ColourPop Super Shock. It's very like wet feeling, and this color in particular is like really flaky. Anyways, that's not what this is about. So something I noticed is that this foundation seems to have melted even the powder I put on, and I haven't used a setting spray yet, which I usually do after I powder my face. But I kind of want to see like how it wears without setting spray. I'm not really doing much today. I'm just gonna be watering my plants and sorting through my recycling to take out. Big day. But it is supposed to be kind of hot outside, so I'll be out putting away my recycling for like, I don't know, 15 minutes in the heat, so we'll see how it fares against that. But the last thing that I bought from this collection, oh, I also forgot to mention that the blushes are $20, and then I picked up one of the, what is this? With Gratitude Dewy Lip Balms, because this specific color in Thankful reminded me of the Fenty, I think it's called Slip Shine Sheer Shiny Lipstick in Bubble Rum. The shades just look super comparable, so I'm gonna do a comparison swatch in a second. But this is the packaging component, upside down, and I know she designed this to be able to put on your nightstand or like a table and it won't roll off, but I noticed that there is an ever so slight magnetic force in this, but it's it's very weak. So like I can imagine this coming off pretty easily in your purse. Just heads up. So like the Fenty and other sheer lipsticks like this, it's in a round shape and super buttery. I thought it would be browner than this in the like online swatches I saw, but let's just try this out without lip liner, even though I feel like this might be what you want. Feels like coconut oil if you were to put it on your lips. Very slippy. Pretty sheer. But I do think you can build it up a little. So again, this is the shade Thankful. I thought it was gonna be more brown, which I look for, but this is pretty pinky on me. So do a comparison swatch with the Fenty Bubble Rum. This packaging is like plastic as well, but it has a much tighter closing mechanism. So the Fenty one seems more thick. It's still slippy, but it has a thicker consistency and much browner. So this is the Rare Beauty and Thankful super pinky, which I wasn't expecting. And then Fenty in Bubble Rum, which is more what I go to. So I think if I were to wear this one again, I would feel the need to have like a brownish lip liner just for my personal taste, but very comfortable. Do I feel like it's luxurious and worth the $16 price point? No, because I feel like I've had lip balms this texture, but it does feel comfortable. It doesn't feel heavy. Definitely not the type of thing that's gonna be transfer proof, but it's alright. I think I just expected the color to be more brown, so I'm not like the biggest fan of this. I was really tempted to buy the lip souffles, I think they're called, like the liquid lipsticks, but they reminded me of the Korean formula of liquid lipsticks, like this one, like Romand, like a super blurring, velvety silicone feel. At least from the swatches, that's what I saw. And I have a bunch of those that I really need to just use. So other than the brownish color, I don't remember the color, which is the one I was interested in. I might pick those up at a later point, but they just seem like this type of formula, so I didn't want to spend like another $20 something because of the 4 items that I have, it was like $93 before tax. So yeah, I'm just gonna go about my day, not doing much, not vigorous activity or anything, but just to tell you what the foundation and everything looks like. The foundation looks like a natural, a little bit dewy finish, and like I said, I'm not gonna use setting spray like I usually do because I want to see how it wears. What else did I use? The blush looks good. It actually looks pretty dewy, but like I said, I don't know if it's the actual formula because this doesn't seem matte to me. I guess I could swatch it. Oh yeah, like once you rub it in, it's like powder finish. So I guess it's just mixing in with the concealers that I have and maybe the foundation, so it looks dewy, which I'm fine with. But yeah, maybe, I don't know, I would be too scared to put powder on and then the blush because of what happened earlier. But that is definitely matte. I don't know how you would achieve this, maybe with like a matte foundation, because it's looking pretty dewy, pretty healthy looking, and the color isn't like the clown color that I did earlier. And the lip balm isn't settling into my lines. It's very moisturizing, but yeah, I'll be back later. It is now, I'm using my phone to record, so I don't really know. Let me see. Don't know what time it is. I think it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, but I'll be back later in the day to tell you how everything held up. So see you then. Hey guys, so I just want to do a final check-in. It is now 10:30 and I finished putting everything on at 3:30. So final thoughts on the foundation. It actually seems like it got more lightweight with wear. I guess just like mixing with my natural oils and stuff. I wasn't out for long, just like taking out recycling just for like 15-20 minutes. It was like 80 something degrees today, but it seems to have worn well. I didn't wear a mask because we could like distance from each other at the recycling center, but my face is dewy even though I used like some setting powder. Oh, actually no, I didn't set my face. So the blush seems to look the same, I think. I don't think it faded at all. And yeah, like everything looks pretty dewy, so I would say if you have oily skin, you would definitely want to set this. Maybe wear a primer that helps reduce oils. But if you have dry skin, you might want to powder it a little bit. Or if you're just really into the dewy stuff, then you don't really need to. It might look a little oily if you're like me and you get like oily on nose and cheeks. But yeah, so the foundation brush I really like. Do I think it's worth like the $29? No, but I think the shape is something that I haven't seen before in high-end or drugstore brands. So I think I'll really enjoy the shape of it. So if it's something you're interested in, like the shape particularly, then I'd say go for it. But if you're just looking for like a basic foundation brush, I don't think that's really necessary. What else? The blush, I think it has a major learning curve. I don't know if that's just like for people who don't usually use cream blushes, but I mean, you saw it was a disaster when I first tried it, but it eventually blended out. I just think it's like maybe a product you'll have to put on your hand first and then put it on your face. I don't know. I've seen most people struggle with the application of it, even if they do use cream blushes. So I think I'll still be using it. It's just, I'm only going to be using it on days where I will have time to fix it if I need to. So what else? Foundation brush, foundation. Oh, and then the lip product obviously came off after eating. I kind of misspoke earlier. I said that I have some lip balms that feel the same way as this, and I forgot that it is actually called a lip balm, but I kind of read it more as like a sheer lipstick because I don't know, like it has a decent amount of color in it. So it does feel like your average lip balm. I don't think, you know, they're like the same as the Fenty Slip Shine lipsticks or like other products like that. So do I think it's worth it? Maybe if you like a color, but it's nothing extraordinary formula wise. So I was also disappointed by the color too, and I think that's just like, you know, you can't do swatches in store, so you just kind of base it off of online swatches and, you know, things you see online. So if there's a color that sticks out to you, then maybe, but $16 for a lip balm, I think you can just stick with your normal lip balm and then put on like your favorite color, like the ColourPop, those crayon lip colors. I think that would give the same effect. So honestly, I don't think those lip balms are worth it. Also, I will say about the foundation, the color almost seemed like it got lighter when I put it on, because I looked at myself in the mirror in natural lighting and artificial light, and it seems so light, even though it's 190, like mid-range. So I don't think I can exchange the foundation, because I actually recycled the box earlier, and I honestly don't know if I got another shade, if it would just be like too dark for me. So yeah, I don't know. Even like the girl that what's it called, shade matched me in store, said that she thought 190 would be a good match for me, but I don't know, it just seems like so much lighter than my neck when I initially applied it. So keep that in mind, because I know a lot of people will be ordering online and looking at swatches, and just be aware that my color was kind of off, even though I looked at it in store. So hope this video helped you guys if you're looking into buying any of these products, and thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.